What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our Midwest region breakdown. March Madness, baby. I love the games in this region. To check out the entire show, hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. We move on to 4 p.m. Eastern, one of the games I'm most excited about watching and capping with you. Number 9 seed Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, 17-8 on the year versus number 8 seed Loyola Chicago Ramblers. We're at Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. We have Loyola opening up as 2.5-point favorites. That is now 3 at most books. 2.5's juiced. Almost all the books are at 3. This total opened up at 127. We now see 126 or 125.5. Georgia Tech finished the season on an 8-game winning streak, culminating in an 80-75 ACC championship win over Florida State as 4.5-point dogs. Their first ACC crown since 1993. First time in the NCAA tourney in 11 years. Junior Michael DeVoe, tournament MVP. On the season, he averaged 15.1 points, 4.3 boards, 3.3 assists. He hit 40.1% from 3. Add that there. 6'9" senior Moses Wright won ACC Player of the Year, averaging 17.4 points, 8 boards, and hitting 41.4% from 3. Senior guard, Brooklyn native, whom we talked about often on the show, Jose Alvarado, averaged 15.3 points, 4.1 assists. And rounding out the double-digit scores Jordan Usher, 11.5 points per game. They score 75.5 points per game, get solid distribution with 16.1 assists per game, only turn the ball 11.1 times a game. They score 47.4 from the field, 34.9 from 3, 72.7 from the line. The ACC champions open as 3-point dogs. Loyola Chicago finished off the season winning 6 straight, leading them to the Mississippi Valley Championship. In the final, they avenged their last loss, defeated Drake 75-65, shooting 59.1% from the field, 58.8% from 3, and they were led by 6'9", 255-pound senior Cameron Krutwig, a man that Max talks about often on the show as well. 20 points, 8 boards, 4 assists, 2 blocks. He averaged 15.6.7 boards on the season. Sophomore guard Braden Norris also had a big game, 5 of 9 from 3, 20 points. He averaged 8.1 points per game after hitting 48.6% from 3 as a freshman, hitting 40% this year. Only Krutwig averages double digits for the Ramblers. They score 71.5 points, which isn't as much as you'd expect from a team that shoots as well as Loyola Chicago. They hit 50.5 from the field, 36.8 from 3, 72.3 from the line, and they are number 1 in all of Division I basketball, allowing just 55.8 points per game. Max, can't wait to watch you break this down. Take it away. Georgia Tech, Loyola Chicago.
Jim, when we talked about this game on the selection show, I really anticipated a very different line for this game. I did not think that Loyola Chicago would come out with a minus in front of them, and now we're seeing a 3. I think that with Loyola, it's a very simple game plan that this team executes magnificently on a regular basis, but it's been a while since we've seen them do it against non-MVC competition, and all due respect to the MVC, this is not on Georgia Tech's level, especially with Georgia Tech's diversity when it comes to their defensive scheme. I think that with Loyola, listen, mission 1 is to run your offense through Cameron Krutwig, whether that be on the low post where he is very hard to stop, take the ball away from, and his spin moves get freaking spotlighted there, or operating the high post where he can use his passing skills to open up the floor for other guys. I think that with this Loyola team, they're another team that does play a variation of the pack line defense with a little more extension on your wing shooters. I think that when you have players like Marquise Kennedy and Lucas Williamson, you're able to do that on a regular basis. And with Marquise Kennedy, he's a guy that's going to give you good on-ball defense without fouling. He's going to pick the pockets of his opponent. He's going to get in transition and get those free throw points, and he does it at the end of games even better. I think that with his ability to get on the defensive glass and him and Lucas Williamson being able to play functionally on the floor together, these are 2 guys who are going to take smart shots, handle the ball securely, and with Lucas Williamson, he's your best distributor. I know that Braden Norris is the starting point guard and he's the guy with the ball in his hand, but I've watched Braden Norris for years. I don't think that he should be starting this game. Your best backcourt is Williamson and Marquise Kennedy and then Keith Clemens. That's my opinion. But I think that with Loyola, they're a first half dominant team, but like I said, that's versus MVC competition. And with their 3-point defense, it's an issue. It's a major issue, especially when you're going up against Michael DeVoe and Jordan Usher. I think that when you look at Georgia Tech, they thrive on getting into the lane, forcing you to decide what you're going to do and foul. If Georgia Tech's able to penetrate the paint like they have been able to in conference, well, I don't see how Loyola wins this game. I think that when you look at the number, if the number was flipped, I'd be looking at Loyola. With a number like this, I have to look at Georgia Tech. I think that although Loyola definitely on paper looks like they're going to own the O glass and the D glass with our fellow Canadian Ahir Ugok, I just don't think so. I think that ball security is definitely going to be front and foremost versus variety of defenses you're going to see. And with Georgia Tech, listen, the way that they've been able to take out of the equation their lack of depth is by switching defenses, whether it be to the 1-3-1, whether it be to man-to-man, whether it be to a different kind of zone, a 2-3 or 3-2. They can play them all. That's the beautiful thing about this group. I think that when you have the age and continuity of this Georgia Tech team, it's really hard not to like them at this type of number. With the dribble drive offense that you're going to get from Alvarado, with freaking Moses Wright being able to pass out of double teams and then be able to score through them, his improvement has been the difference. So I think that obviously you're going to need some production from your big boys, but you're going to need more production from Michael DeVoe and Jordan Usher. With Usher, listen, he's got to stay off the free throw line. He's got to hit those clutch threes that we've been seeing him do in second halves. And with his jumper, he's a dunker. So try and definitely set enough screens, enough pick and roll action for him to get to the rim. And on the defensive end, he's going to give you that good help defense. He's going to come up with that timely steal, that timely block. And with his passing skills, it's just a matter of time before he has a breakout game. And this is a great spot for him to find his offense. And with Michael DeVoe, Jim, you nailed it. This guy found his offense, is shooting the basketball better than he has all year. And with his on-ball defending in the man-to-man defense, he definitely gives you a couple check marks. His three-point shot is elite. His release is quick. He can get it over bigger defenders. And you know what? He hits a lot of those contested shots that he takes. He doesn't need to thrive on making open ones. So with his elite ability at the free throw line, there's just too many weapons for Georgia Tech against this Loyola Chicago team. I think that Loyola Chicago definitely is going to be in the hearts of many, but in the hearts of us number bettors, the number says Georgia Tech. So I'll take Georgia Tech on the money line, Jim. This is tournament basketball. No point in messing with these spreads unless they're 4 points or more in some situations, and this is one of those. So let's get that plus money going.
Georgia Tech plus 140 is the highest we can get you. Interesting. Bet365 offering that. 134 at Circa, 128 at FanDuel. BetMGM hanging the 125, and FoxBet hanging the 120. So it goes down in that order. 145, though, from Bet365. So let's – did I say 145 or 140? 140. Plus 140. I love it. Max getting his card started with a big plus money spot here on Georgia Tech. Great breakdown. That's going to be fun.